Hey guys, BadInfos here with a top 5 video. Here I'll show you my picks for the best games of 2001. Unlike the previous year 2000, this one had a lot more amazing titles. I'll show you the 5 best ones and hope you agree. If you don't, then let me know which ones you like the most. Return to Castle Wolfenstein. For many, this game would be on their top 5 list because of the story, progression, stealth, and the big variety of weapons. For me, not so much. This was my first Wolfenstein game and I didn't really play through it too much. All I had back in the day was a demo with a few weapons and one level. I gotta say I played through that demo tens of times and even memorized the rooms from top to bottom. I had no idea what it was about, I had no idea who I was killing. I didn't even know what a Nazi was, because I was so young. All I knew was that this game was great, bloody and satisfying to play. Supermario Xp. Alright, I may be cheating with this one here. It's not an official and original game, some might even call it a mod. This is a fan-made game and a mix between the classic Super Mario Bros. And the Castlevania game from the NES era. I used to be a huge fan of the original Super Mario game and played it every day with my father on my Terminator console. I knew all the levels, could complete it every time and had the best high scores. Sadly, I did not own Castlevania at the time, so I was not familiar with the sounds and gameplay of it. Well, Super Mario XP is a mix between both these games. You see Mario in a completely new light and can actually control him with a keyboard. I loved the music, not knowing where it originates from. Loved the layout of the levels, enemies and hilarious sounds of Mario. Again, you might not consider it as a fully fledged game, but I surely do. I spent tens of hours in it and never managed to complete it. Worms World Party. This is the first Worms game I have ever played and the only one I liked. After World Party, the franchise went downhill with the change to 3D. This is a turn-based strategy game in which your goal is to survive as long as possible and be the last worm standing. You can choose from a variety of different maps, ships, junkyards, islands and many more. The game spreads out the players to random locations and the match starts. You are free to do whatever you want. Are you a coward? Great! Let the enemy come to you as you hide under a big ledge. Are you thirsty for blood? Well, use the rope and reach your opponent faster. Like explosives? Cool! Use bombs, exploding sheep, falling kamikazes and drop mines. Like the direct approach? Great! Teleport yourself to a player and punch him in the water. This game has it all and is great for all playstyles. Every match is different whether you play with friends or against the computer. The variety in weapons really adds a lot of spice to every match. To this day I have not seen a better turn-based game and that's a real shame because I loved this one. Serious Sam: The First Encounter. Oh, the beginning of one of the best franchises out there. Serious Sam, the man who does not care and jumps into the face of danger whenever he gets an opportunity. This was actually not the first game of the franchise I played, but maybe the third. I completed it for the first time in the year 2014, and it still holds up fantastically to this day. They place you in a wide open field and throw a gazillion monsters at you. This is something I really miss in modern games. The arena-based combat, the wide open fields, and the never-ending amount of mayhem that happens constantly. You can choose between many guns, single fire rate weapons such as the shotgun and pistols, automatic ones, futuristic weapons, explosives, and who could forget their beloved knife. Ah, my best friend in the game when you run out of ammo, which happens a lot, mind you. With the insane number of enemies, you would search every nook and cranny for one more bullet, just one more rocket or cannonball.
Yourself. Uh-oh.
Grand Theft Auto 3. If you know me and are familiar with my channel, this is absolutely no surprise to you. GTA is my favorite franchise of all time, and the game which introduced me to it was Grand Theft Auto 3. A year after its release, when I got my first PC, I had 5 games installed: Colin McRae Rally 2, Serious Sam: The Second Encounter, Revolt, Quake 3, and of course GTA 3. Even though every other game I mentioned was fantastic in their own way, GTA 3 blew them all away. It was incredible having such a, for the time, huge open world game where you can do so much: racing, killing, hitting, running, collecting, driving, flying, dying, sailing, and so much more. I was playing it day and night. I found most collectibles on my own. For the most part, I avoided the missions because they were very difficult for my 10-year-old brain. There was no internet, nobody to help you, not even an in-game map. It was all up to you how you can get past the harder missions. I remember how one particular mission called Bomb the Base Act 2 took me over a year to complete. I must have tried it 500 times at that point, and once I completed it, I literally jumped of joy, which has happened very rarely in my life. This sense of accomplishment I achieved at that moment was like no other. Similarly, the same thing happened when I was at the ending credits for the first time. I almost cried, it was so beautiful. I used to spend months planning out ways of getting to the other islands before unlocking them, and I did. Again, the game filled me with so much accomplishment. I would never forget GTA 3. It's where my life of gaming truly began, and to this day I play it regularly for fun. I have made over 40 videos of it, put more than 1000 hours in it, and I still don't plan on stopping. Thank you GTA 3 for introducing me to the wonders of video gaming. And that's it from me, guys. Those were the best games of 2001. Do you agree? No? Great! Then let me know what your list looks like. I would love to try out some other great games from 2001. Make sure you subscribe for future uploads and click any of the links on the screen for more top 5 lists. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.